Here's Mike Winters.
Hey, good morning. It is 8:32. Sheriff Mike Herrington is on his way. He just called me a few minutes ago, and they had to handle a few things. You know, Sheriff's Department, they get things happen on to them when at a moment's notice. So he's just wrapped that up, and he's on his way here now. So he'll join us in just a few. Hey, I do want to remind you that there is a dance happening tomorrow night. Tomorrow, Saturday, September 24th, the dance is going to be at the Westminster Presbyterian Church there in their fellowship hall, 2801 West 4th Street. It'll be 6 to 9 p.m. tomorrow night. Music from Cebu Springs, as always. They're going to have food and good times. If you have any question, want some more information, you can contact Bob Power, 575-910-4648, or reach out to Tom Blank over at Westminster Church, 575-420-3434. But again, that's tomorrow night from 6 to 9 p.m. at Westminster Presbyterian Church there in their fellowship hall, 2801 West 4th. It's over behind Champion Motorsports there. We're talking about right there off of Sycamore and all that's right there behind all that. You can't miss it. You'll see the church there. Go on down and kick on your dancing shoes and have a good time out there. Hey, also, I've been playing back and forth. We're trying to get a hold of of this lady here, but Marisol, we had her on a while ago. Tai Chi for arthritis and fall prevention. Well, she's doing her classes again. They're actually going on right now here in September. They're doing the all-level Tai Chi, including beginners. Mondays and Thursdays, 6:30 to 7:30. They're doing that all through September. Cost is $56. In October, they're doing all-level Tai Chi again. So if you want to pick it up here in October, October 3rd, their next one will be the 26th, and then they got one on the 29th of this month, and then in October, beginning on the 3rd, and then they'll have some more. And then they'll do beginning Tai Chi for arthritis and fall prevention. They'll do that here in October as well, Mondays and Thursdays there. If you have questions and want more information about Tai Chi for health and for fall prevention, reach out to Marisol by calling her at 575-626-7150. Again, that's 575-626-7150. Or you can shoot her an email, healthfirst, 1st, at yahoo.com. Or you can check out her website, too. TaiChiForHealthInstitute.org is all one word there. And or just, Google in all that, and they'll be able to get that information to you. So come on in, Sheriff. Remind me tomorrow on that one. My computers tell me it wants to do something there. It is 8:35, and joining us in studio this morning, Sheriff Mike Herrington back with us. Morning, Sheriff.
How are you?
Doing good. Keeping busy, I see.
Busy. It's going good though.
How's life at the Sheriff's Department this morning?
It is fantastic. We are doing an operation right now that is going very successful, and
good.
I think we're going to see a good result from it.
Good deal.
We'll see how that goes, but
that's
been at that since early this morning.
That's part of the Sheriff's Department's job is when serving, protecting the community here, but making sure that all levels are doing things legally.
Exactly.
Whether it's a government entity or a civilian entity or a corporate entity, it's what they do.
That is correct. So it's been busy, and then busy planning all the events that are coming up. We've got a lot of things that are happening with the community. So we're
fair's coming up, and you'll be busy with that.
Yeah. So we have the fair, and then on October 1st at the Chaves County Sheriff's Office, the county complex, we have they're doing the blood drive. We have all these health things coming out there. Police, fire, everybody's going to be out there. Mm-hmm. So it's going to be a good event there. We're going to have the helicopter. So that's October the 1st, which starts at 8 o'clock in the morning and goes till about 12 or 1. So that's going to be good. So we've got a lot of things going. We really do try to be involved as much as we can with the community. It's it's so important to get people out of their house and give them something to go do.
Sure.
And these are free events. And they come out there and they can pick up some little goodies everybody's giving away or doing whatever. And then
come have fun.
Yeah. And then the other thing that we've been busy with is getting ready for Halloween. You know, we got the fair, and right now I'll have 10 guys out there, and we'll be busy with that. The Roswell Police Department will have officers out there. I'll have the mounted patrolmen out there. It's going to be a very safe event.
Absolutely.
What we're looking for.
And hopefully you were listening last hour, we had Leslie Robertson on from the fair.
In the mess.
But she was good safety tips for parents and things. She gave a lot about taking a picture of your kid before you walk in, because every year a kid gets lost at the fair. It's you can set your watch to it.
Yeah. and that's exactly right.
And but they have a great procedure that they obviously work with law enforcement to execute when that happens.
Secure the facility, make sure no one leaves, until we do find them. And one of the good things about being from here is we know everybody. Mm-hmm. So it seems like, when someone comes up and they're saying, hey, my kid's missing, usually it's the teenagers or whatever. They're just hanging out with their friends, and they're there to now pick them up. They're not answering the phone. So really and truly, we haven't had anybody abducted or anything like that.
Sure,
We've just had kids having so much fun that they forget to meet back at the food bar.
So many distractions and things at the fair that they're sitting there looking at something. Yeah. Next thing you know, they realize the whole group left them there.
Oh,
so it just happens.
I can tell you, I've sat and watched one of the carnival rides for too long, and my kids or grandkids had already been off of it for a while, and I was just like that. Where'd they go? Where they at? Yeah, you don't even
There's that
know,
moment of panic, like where's they at?
Yeah. But there's a lot of work going on. Dexter Fire Department's going to be out there. The Roswell Fire Department's going to be there, and just good, clean fun is what we're hoping for, and we just want it to be a success for the carnival as well as the fair board. One of the biggest things that I'm arguing right now, if you want to call it that, is the fair board gives so much more back to this community.
They do.
And give back to the kids of this community. And I just don't like the idea of them having to pay out of as a nonprofit organization for police officers to be there.
Gotcha.
So that's why we're out there.
Good deal. That's part of your community service, and look at that's something they're doing stuff for the community. That's what we do.
According to
why
the
charge
census,
them for that?
Yeah, according to the census, we're only at 49,000 people, which is a joke. But you have between 10 and 15,000 people at a time out there at the fair. So you're talking a quarter of the population.
Well, and let's face it, it is a draw from outside of this area. Other than the state fair, it's the biggest fair in the state.
It is.
And so you get people from other parts of the state that spend the week here and
they're starved for something to do. So it's a good thing. And so we're going to be out there for that. And then after that, we have the Halloween that's coming up, and we've been getting candy donations. We're still asking for
good deal
more candy because we have so many events that we want to attend.
Yeah, and you guys literally give out thousands of pounds of candy over the Halloween weekend, I think.
Thanks to the people. And, we also have adopted Pace Elementary School.
Good.
So we bring the entire school over. The county has to. We set up our building like a haunted house, and all the kids come over and they go through there, and we give out candy for that. So we've got a lot of stuff that we're involved in. My deputies are doing a great job. I still have 4 positions that are open right now.
I was about to ask. I was like, I thought I heard on the news the other day that you had quite a few openings at the department right now.
We had 10, and I am hiring people and great people. I've had 2 officers that have come back, or 2 deputies now, that have come back to me after either going into the National Guard or going and doing some other stuff.
Okay.
They've all come back to
they had to go to basic or whatever.
Yeah, well, actually, they just went to do it full time.
Oh, okay.
And so then now came back, and then the other one went to another agency and decided that wanted to come back to us, and we're just thankful to have them.
Sure.
And then
grass wasn't always greener sometimes.
That's right. That's exactly right. And, right now, the state police just got a big pay raise. Well, it's a 16% or whatever they said it was. So there's with the governor's agenda is to get 1,000 new state policemen. So they're taking officers from other agencies.
That cuts into your supply and the Roswell Police Department supply.
And it's just a matter of time before they get there and they realize, you know what, we may not make as much money, but we bring home more.
Sure.
Because at the sheriff's office, we don't pay into Social Security. We don't pay as much for our health benefits. The benefits at the sheriff's office are unbelievable.
Sure.
And so your take-home pay is going to be more, even though you don't make as much money on the books.
Sure. And I would imagine, too, is just because a state-run versus county-run procedures and things are going to be probably a little bit different and things. And so the way the state does it versus the way the county or the city, for that matter, it may not be the same. And
right.
that
and
might
what they
be
handle.
Yeah.
The job description is a little bit different, but in the end, we're lucky enough that the individuals that they are taking from the sheriff's office, as well as the Roswell Police Department and surrounding departments, they're still going to work in this area.
Yeah.
So we're thankful for that.
Yeah, they're local people that are dealing with local people. Yeah.
Yeah. So we're doing good on that. We're testing this next Thursday, and I've got quite a few people who are going to be out there for that.
Good.
If they're interested in coming to work for the Chaves County Sheriff's Office, you just go online, chavescounty.gov, and fill out an application, and we'll get you in the process.
Absolutely.
So,
yeah.
But yeah, it's a lot of stuff, and we have entered. Seems like as soon as you're coming into fall and winter, that's the busiest times for the sheriff's office.
I would imagine the holidays start kicking in.
Yeah, and the community.
Football, Sundays, all that creates more fun, but more shenanigans.
More people are out, and so, but it just seems like the communities are doing more things come these holidays too as well, and so we're doing. One thing I can guarantee you is we're out there doing police work.
Yeah.
But I can also tell you we're going to be out doing community involvement work.
Sure. Hey, I just got a quick, because it's just what your deputies are saying here. There's been, as you know as well, but there's been a lot of accidents that have fatalities and stuff over the last few weeks.
Yep.
Is there are your deputies noticing people just driving worse now, or is this just a series of unfortunate things that happen, or is there a trend here where people are just driving like garbage out here?
They're just not driving. Everybody is in such a hurry, and the distractions are there now with cell phones, with everything, that they don't pay attention to anybody around them. They we were driving down to Ruidoso, and I'll tell you, this last weekend when all that stuff was going on down there are people who are driving and you'll see them looking down the whole time, and I never see them look up at the road.
It's crazy.
You're just thinking, man, are they in a car that just stays in and you have so many things now on cars that assist you so you don't cross the lines, you don't do things, you put it on cruise control, you're going to stay in the lane, and then it tells you if there's a car in front of you. So people, there's no paying attention to nothing.
Yeah, that's scary.
And it is scary, and especially when you have young kids that are out there driving, and they're invincible.
Yeah.
They really believe they're invincible. And then you add a little bit of alcohol to people, they become invincible. And so it's
just a bad recipe.
It's a crazy time, but one thing I can tell you is I have deputies right now who are arresting record time drunk drivers.
Wow. It's good and bad. It's good to get them off the streets. It's bad that there's that many people that don't. And let's face it, we live in a world now that you should know better.
You should know better.
40 years ago, okay, we might give you, all right, maybe you grew up a certain way, you didn't know, but now pretty much every adult on this planet, certainly everyone 21 and over, have lived a life to know that there's nothing good that comes from drinking and driving.
Well, you had one of the things that especially when you arrest a juvenile, a person under the age of 21 or whatever, drinking alcohol, the first thing the parents say is, hey, we've all done that. When we were kids, we used to go do it. The number of cars on the street have quadrupled. I will tell you, go down Main Street right now and see how many more vehicles are on Main compared to what was there. Main Street didn't even look like it does now.
Yeah.
Whenever I was in high school, hadn't even been that.
You try to go from like south to north on Main Street, on a Friday or anytime during say 5 o'clock or lunchtime. It's going to take you a few minutes because there's just so many vehicles doing the same thing you are.
You know, we used to say you could drive from the area where Walmart is to the base, and you could get there in pretty good time.
Mm-hmm.
Now, it will take you better of 30 minutes to get there if you're lucky.
Yeah.
If you can and if you got to turn off anywhere, you have better plan on being in that other lane quite a while back.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Unless it's like 6 a.m. out here, but any other, especially during, 4 or 5 o'clock when everyone's going home, or lunchtime when everyone's out getting something to eat. The streets of Roswell, particularly Main Street, gets quite congested.
Yes.
So.
And I'll tell you, this morning I was out early, 6 o'clock in the morning, and even earlier than that. But it's just unbelievable. Even at that time, there's cars out. But more importantly, to me, it was like a scene from The Walking Dead. There are so many people out walking around at that time of the morning.
Just aimlessly going places.
Just aimlessly going. Yeah. I don't even know what the heck they were doing.
Right.
Why? But it seemed like every road that went down, there's somebody out walking, and it's not because they're out exercising.
Mm-hmm.
That's their hours of operation for them.
Yeah.
And so we've got an influx of homeless people. We've got an influx of drugs in our community, fentanyl and these other things that are coming in that are just scrambling the brains of individuals and causing them to become really walking zombies.
Yeah.
And we've got a problem. And that's some of the things that I've been addressing is mental health issues and anger issues.
Yeah. That's you guys are probably out of a job if they could nip those in the bud.
Yeah, that's right. And like I told them,
in all fairness,
and for me, like I said, that's the one thing is we have job security.
Yeah.
I'd gladly give up this job if all that went away.
Yeah.
But I know the reality of it is that it's going to get worse before it gets better.
Sure.
But we're on the path to better.
Yeah.
Now we're just kind of getting them all moving around and ruffle them up a little bit so that they can know that we're around, getting ruffling feathers with them. Because
that's at the end of the day, that's what your deputies are doing. They're helping people that need help.
Yeah.
But when it's time to be the authoritative person in a situation, that's what you do. But at the end of the day, it's like, look, if you're a drug addict, we're not here to throw you in jail because you're a drug addict. We want to help you.
No, that's right.
It's because you're a drug addict and beating and robbing people that we have a problem with.
That's exactly right.
Because let's get you off the drugs, but there is a penance for the fact that you just stole this or beat up this person or whatever you did. And this is a lesson that every single human being needs to learn. Yeah. There is consequences for your decisions.
That's right. It's just like mom and dad. They love you. Sometimes they got to give you a spanking.
Yeah.
That's just the way it is.
Everything you do impacts something, and positively and negatively sometimes. Yeah. And you've got to weigh those things. And at the end of the day, you're going to have to accept responsibility for the decisions you make. You can't blame it on your parents, your kids, or society, or the color of your skin, or anything else. You've got to own up to what you did.
Well, that's the world that we're living in right now. There's blame, accusations, and just hate. And I'll give you an example. Church on the Move gave me a donation of $10,000 for law enforcement purposes.
Got you.
And helping with equipment, helping with training, helping with whatever may need to be.
Sure. They kind of gave you a carte blanche. What this is, how it could best serve the sheriff's department. Go do
use this to better your deputies and better the law enforcement within Chaves County. That's what that's about. But they didn't just give it to the sheriff's office. They gave money to all sorts of individuals. Everybody they are a given church, and we are so thankful for them.
Sure.
Because as good as the county is to us, they cannot give us everything that we need.
Yeah, that would
the
be
money
impossible.
is not there for me to be able to go buy a drone.
Not if you want to have a road to drive down,
That's
or
right.
or your trash gets picked up, or any of the other things that the county does.
So there's a lot of things that the county has to do.
Yeah.
So they give us the money for the salaries of the deputies. They give you the money for equipment and stuff, but they can't get you the things that are more expensive
Sure.
than what.
You'd love to have every deputy outfitted to look like RoboCop
Yep.
with the latest gear and gadgets,
That's
but
exactly right.
no one on the planet can afford that.
That's like our drones. Both of my canines, they were donated.
Yeah.
All of those things were donated.
It's all community-driven stuff.
It's all community-driven that comes from different businesses throughout Chaves County, as well as people. People donate money to the Chaves County Sheriff's Office for us to be better equipped. Believe it or not, we are under the firepower, the equipment, everything that we have. We are chasing the tail of the bad guy. He has better stuff than us.
Sure.
And not that they go and buy it. They've just taken somebody who had it.
Mm-hmm.
They took their stuff. So they might have better stuff, or they do have better stuff. So we're just chasing the tail.
Mm-hmm.
But we are coming into a more equipped time. And because I can tell you, working with the sheriff's office for as long as I have, this will be my 27th year, I can tell you equipment was hard to come by.
Yeah.
Vehicles were hard to come by. And thank God that we've been able to get the capital outlay money and other things, and the county hasn't had to purchase those things.
Good. Yeah.
So, because if so, we would have only got one or two cars maybe a year,
And
or
that-
every other year.
Yeah, and that won't cut
That
it.
doesn't do it. So, for me, in 4 years' time, we've had this. I think I've got 26 vehicles plus 3 more on the way. And so we have done
Just
good
ballpark.
stuff.
What's the average service life of a police patrol cruiser?
You're
On
probably you're putting 200 miles a day.
Okay.
So we want to anything over about 130,000. We want to push it
Gotcha.
into a different division.
Gotcha.
And the reason is just because these are
Well, you don't want a car leaving a deputy stranded in the middle of nowhere because
And they're
the
drove
transmission dropped on it.
so they're drove hard. They are fast. Acceleration, deceleration. Everything is just worn. Going cross country in them, everything is just worn out.
Gotcha. So do you get what, 2 years maybe?
Yeah,
out of
we
them?
get maybe 2.5 years.
Okay, about 2.5 years.
And sometimes 3, depending on. And like I said, that's on the patrol side of things.
Gotcha.
Then we'll move it over to a different division. And there's times, like I said, that we've had to go as much as 5 years and driving cars that had 170,000, 180,000 miles on them. But putting 200 miles a day is a lot of miles.
Absolutely. Yeah,
And,
it's a lot of work on those parts.
It's a lot of work.
A lot of the oil and all
Yeah.
the stuff. It takes the car to go.
And so we get the oil and all the maintenance done every 3,000 miles. You get everything done, tires. We run through
Tip
tires.
top maintenance on them.
Yeah. So we
Good stewards of the
vehicles-
equipment.
Yeah.
but-
Vehicles treated very well.
Yeah, for
It's
what
just
it's
the
designed
work
to
it
do.
does. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just the work it does.
Yeah.
So we are thankful that we do have people who donate us money, and like I said, it's so important to make sure that the deputies are safe and really and truly have
Well,
the
that's the most
upper hand.
valuable equipment that the
Yeah.
sheriff's department have
That's right.
are the people.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's all I care about.
Absolutely.
You're darn right.
So please support. Like I know you got
Yeah.
the Friends of the Sheriff. That's a great organization that does
Yep.
help raise funds and
Yep.
get the word out about different things for the
Yep.
community and kind of that little bit of a conduit too for the sheriff's
Yeah.
department
That's
as
exactly
a
right.
resource as well. So please get involved with that.
Yep.
I know COVID put a big kibosh, but the Police Explorer stuff, is that something that's back in the future
I am
coming?
looking
Or?
to get that back as soon as I can. One of my things is being 10 officers down there at one time. You didn't have anybody who could
to run the program.
Yeah, but now I'm getting that. I'm getting all that back.
Good.
And the sad part is a lot of my explorers are now so much older.
They could be
even
deputies.
If you see them, if you see them, you're like, gosh darn, how much you've grown in just this short time. You know? But yeah, so I'm working on doing that. I've got a lot of things in the works. Just money's the big issue.
Sure.
And everything.
You just and let's face it, and I will always say this: our county commission, they're good stewards of the money. They do a great job of making sure people have what they need without blowing the budget. And
that's the thing is, so
I know there's a couple times you probably like, dang it, I just want this. And they don't. But you know they've got a bigger picture than you do, and so
they sure do.
Yeah, so, but they are pretty good about it.
Yeah, no, they're fantastic. Yeah. So I don't have any issues on that. So one of the things too is that the money that the county commission can give or the county can give cannot be used for the Explorer program, cannot be used for the Reserve program, cannot be used.
So that's all got to be privately.
It's got to be donated. Yes.
Gotcha.
So that's where a lot of things are coming to play, and we're just trying to get things going. Same thing. We are thankful for Tractor Supply and all these other places that donate the dog food for my canine.
That's great.
The veterinarians donate their services for
medical and all that.
For the dogs, and also that's where they take them to give them baths.
Good.
You know, thank goodness. But
well, they're all dog lovers over there,
they are.
And they pamper that's the pampering the canines get.
So we have so many people donating, not just to us, but within this community. It's amazing to me, and how many people actually have their hand out for donations is crazy too. You know, we know that, but that's what we do. And so we're thankful that people support us.
Yeah.
And that's why I like, or I actually love Chaves County and the southeastern part of New Mexico. We are supported like no other area of the United States of America.
I think our community understands your role and greatly appreciates and desires it. That's why we get how law enforcement's supposed to be.
That's right.
That's what you guys do.
Yeah.
And that's so please, if you're interested, there's some positions right now. Apply, go to the county website. Let's start that process here. And who knows, you might be off to the academy here in a few months.
Yep.
So.
And like I said, also follow the Chaves County Sheriff's Office Facebook page. Lots of things going on. And we do greatly appreciate you and
anything we can do to help,
anything.
and any obviously any words to the public we need to get out, we're happy to help out. So
thank you,
Sheriff. Don't work too hard. I'm sure you got a few more fires to put out here in a couple minutes. Right He's like, got another fire on my way to now. So we'll let you get to that. Appreciate your service. Thank you. Tell every deputy we're praying and appreciate what they do for us, and can't wait to see them out in the fair. We'll buy them a corn dog or something.
Yes, absolutely. Oh yeah,
chicken on a stick or something. That's right.
Thank you.
Very good. Thank you, Sheriff.
Yep,
you listen to 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM, KEND, Roswell, New Mexico.
Marks McCarthy's most concrete attempt